Hey, Shonda. Good morning.
Welcome to
Relative
Relative
opinions.
Opinions.
All
And
right.
kind of got a late start this morning because,
Because
well,
I decided it was necessary for me to
hmm
to put in a new router. Yeah, I had to
but
put in a new router because it
you're
was the
not
latest and the
very,
greatest. I am not the
when
latest
it
and the
comes
greatest.
to technology, I would not call you the latest and the greatest.
I don't do things like write down passwords, but I only use like two or three. And so
Right. But you created them and then immediately forgot them, which is crazy.
you're on, aren't you, Shonda? You're on my guest
You're,
network. What's your
yes,
password, Shonda?
Shonda sucks.
See, we remember that. That's the one my wife is now using to watch TV in the bedroom. I had to find an alternative to her for her to do that. Otherwise, my morning would not be good.
She really only gets like 1 day a week to chill.
She does.
So,
Poor thing. Poor thing.
Uh,
I go around the house during the day when she's around. I go, married for life, for life.
You're like Fiddler on the Roof. You're Topol.
I think she regrets that word. Maybe she's thinking. Hopefully, my life doesn't last. One of our lives needs to end. But
Well,
all right,
it can't be yours.
that's not gonna be mine.
It pretty much,
I'm sure I'll kill her first. I mean, I'll, 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 just that little bit of stress will tweak her over once because
yeah,
she's.
like you personally won't. Like it'll just be the chaos that always is around that will take her out.
I'm like Pigpen with the chaos cloud
You are. This is
and,
true.
and
You are
Snoopy
like.
and Charles Schultz peanuts. All right, so what are we talking about, Shonda?
Oh,
I
we
spent
have a
most of my prep
lot.
time screwing with my router. What are we talking about today?
We have so much to talk about.
What does your shirt say? Oh, it's forbidden.
Oh,
Oh, mine's. I
yeah.
got my alligator Alcatraz cat. Yes.
Is anyone in there?
Who? Where?
That alligator Alcatraz?
Yeah. I mean, unless
Oh,
I'm
I didn't know
mis.
because I knew it flooded, and you can't have people in there if it flooded.
No, wait. If I maybe you need to look this up while I'm talking. I thought, unless I've been spoofed, that somebody. I really should look. I thought somebody escaped and died.
Oh,
Are you sure?
or yet.
I swear. Maybe it
I
was
don't
Trump.
know about
Maybe it was like a
that.
true social. Uh, maybe it was like a true social thing that Trump spit out or something.
Let's see. Alligator Alcatraz. Um, nope. Nobody's
I
died.
swear. I swear. I
Uh,
thought. I guess it was somebody making fun.
so I guess there have been a few detainees.
That's what I thought.
But I don't believe anyone's died.
I
So
guess
no,
not.
no
Okay.
one's died.
I just thought somebody. I thought I heard somebody did. Well,
That'd be
good.
really horrible.
I. I know.
Yeah.
I know. I know. It would. No, it really would. I mean, we don't. It's a prison. You're not supposed to die. But then again,
No,
don't escape because then you could die.
but I
What do
don't
you?
think anyone would try to escape that.
People always try to
Uh,
escape. If I'm told I'm locked in somewhere and I can't leave, I'm
If
gonna want to
you're
try to get out.
told, if you're told you're surrounded by alligators, I don't feel very few people tried to escape Alcatraz. They knew they wouldn't make it.
It wouldn't take to put me in an Alcatraz situation. You could drop me in downtown Detroit, and I would just hole up because I would be so out of my element. You don't need to create a prison. I'd be terrified. you know,
I
I'd be like, oh my gosh.
don't know. The last time I was hiking up in the Ozarks, I realized that if it weren't for my two cousins that were experienced
Oh yeah, I
hikers and
remember when you
can't,
did that.
I mean, a day in, I realized I was doomed if I I don't understand
We
north,
come from
south, east, west.
we come from some hardy stock.
I immediately cut my leg. I had to use a little stick to walk. It was bad. And as I laid on the ground that night and it was so pitch dark, I didn't know which way I was facing. And I reached out and I touched my cousin's face. I was like, okay, I'm facing my cousin. And then I lay there and I was like, do I hear dogs? Are there mountain whites out here? I was thinking of
These are our
Deliverance.
sheltered white people war stories. We went up on a mountain and got cut by a stick.
And then I got poison ivy and it went systemic. I ended up in the ER.
Well, there you go. Now you're getting better.
Man, I came out of there like a wild woman, and I was only 2 days in.
Can't tell you the last time I went camping. My kids were younger, for sure.
I knew that was my last time to go camping, though.
I'm sure.
I was like, I'm done. I'm out. I quit. I don't like camping. Sean tried. He tried once. I always say his name. How come I just can't say my husband? I'm always saying his name. Oh, my pen.
We're a class act. We are.
Okay, my husband, he brought it up.
You could use a different name. That probably wouldn't be good either. Bob. My husband, Bob. He'd be like, what the heck?
Wait. He's like, hey, we could put a camper on the back of my truck and like take a trip, I cried. I was like, I'm not a hobo. I don't sleep in trucks. He's like, I meant for a weekend. I'm done with camping out. We camped out as kids.
I don't even ask. It's like Nick Bargatze. If I asked my wife, I think she'd be offended that I asked her to go camping. That would offend her, the asking that I would actually ask her that. She'd probably be offended.
Because our cousin side, Dennis, our uncle, he was an outdoorsman.
Right.
Like you could have dropped him anywhere in the wilderness and he would have survived.
There's no badge of honor for being an indoorsman, is there?
No.
Like if I'm an indoorsman. No. It means I watch TV and stuff.
But you grew up camping out.
No,
I did too.
I did.
And you even went to that summer camp. It felt like you were gone forever.
I did. They sent me, my uncle was the director of Salesmanship Boys Club, and my parents thought it would be a great idea to send their child away for 8 weeks to a camp with like troubled youth. And I'm just being honest, and send me away, and that would be a good thing. Maybe they just didn't want me around in hindsight. I don't know. All I know is I
just remember I really missed you.
I forgot what you looked like. I didn't remember what people. It was like I had no idea what was going on. I had asthma bad back then, and I had a couple attacks, and they had to actually take me into town during that 8-week process to like the hospital. And I remember I was so happy to get the asthma attack because I could escape and go to a hospital and get out of the woods for just an evening.
What's really crazy is your parents still didn't come get you.
No. Take me back to camp.
You'll live. It'll be okay.
Yes.
Gosh. I saw with the invention of AI, I feel as though, it's going to be hard to distinguish fiction from reality.
You do big shifts.
Real.
You don't even remotely segue into a new topic.
You know what? We don't have to. We don't have to.
We're not constrained.
No, we don't have to. We're not constrained.
Oh, okay. We could just
go
do that.
From one topic to the next to the next.
You couldn't go, speaking of that reality, you couldn't do an intro even.
No, I might as well just go to the next subject.
Okay, next topic, because the first one wasn't a topic, so this one's a topic.
The first one was just a rambling whatever.
Yes. Tell us about your rock band.
There was a rock band with 1 million followers on Spotify, and I guess in the last day or so they revealed that it is entirely AI generated, including the band themselves.
Isn't that crazy?
None of it was real.
You probably have
And
people going
nobody
like,
knew.
I got a backstage pass with them. No, you didn't. They don't exist.
So who's making that money?
Well, I'm sure it follows the same thing, you know, whether it's instrumentation, it's whoever owns that band the rights to it.
Who created the music?
AI did, you just said.
It did, yes.
Right. So
I know.
it's not copyrighted music. AI creates
That's
it.
a hack. That's a hack. Whereas
It doesn't mean we report on politics all the time. It's like, who did this? Who's what? Who created this? Who did? Well, they're the same thing. In other words, they get to create stuff that's not real, and that's okay. Evidently, it is, because
it's really not, though.
it is. Okay, wait. You film a mockumentary where people go, "Is that real?" I don't know, Blair Witch Project, or is that real? Is that a lot of people believe it? It doesn't make any difference if it's real. It's a production.
It's still real people. It's still real people. Don't you get it though? Like
explain to me
that people work for decades writing music, creating songs, performing in bars, and now AI comes along. And technically, it's ripping other people off because it's able to go through like thousands and thousands of songs in seconds and create its own music based off of other people's music. That's not right.
It's not. Yeah, I disagree. I'm not saying I'm thrilled with the process, but I disagree. It's the evolution of something. They said it was going to happen. There's people that lose their jobs, are going to be losing their jobs every day to AI. AI doesn't have to earn its rights. It is what it is.
But it doesn't make it right.
But that's an ethical argument. I don't think that's, or a moral argument. Maybe that's not a.
Is it going to be a
that's
moral
not a legal
argument?
That's not a legal argument. It's not a legal
argument.
No, it's
not a legal
argument. If I go
argument,
down and get on my chat GPT or whatever, and I produce a song and I put it out there, and people go, "Oh, I like that." That's it. I don't have to earn that.
It's such crap though, because you're not creating it.
I understand that. The people that created the AI programs and the mechanisms to do it, they're the ones that put in the blood, sweat, and tears to do it. But now the applications, other people get to go and take advantage of it. It's like our cousin.
You'd be cool with seeing a movie
that was totally AI?
Knowing that was totally AI, no real actors, there was nothing about it involves a human. You're good with that.
If it sells, then people want it. The market determines that. Shonda, if I would go see a Pixar cartoon, there's no real actors. There's some voices.
But people are creating it.
There are
people spent years creating it.
There are people that direct AI to do the stuff. They're just using, think of it this way, in my opinion. They're just using a different,
right now they are.
They're using a different tool. So instead of whatever they were doing, when you see a movie now, Shonda, wait, I'm going to go after this argument.
It's so great if we just wipe out human beings.
We used to watch movies, and when the credits rolled, guess what you'd see? You'd see a ton of actors. You'd see the stuntmen, your key grips, your whatever those terms are. Nowadays, Shonda, you go see an Avengers movie. The screen rolls, the majority of the screen rolls with FX creators and whatever. It's not real. None of that occurred we saw on the screen. It's all generated.
I understand that, but it's human beings still acting.
And it's human beings that put it through the delivery process and deliver it to the audience.
Ultimately,
I don't like it, but it is.
They're going to take away all these creative jobs for human beings.
Well, that's a whole different discussion, though. Now, I do have a segue for that one, but I won't even use it. I do have one. But I'm not going to use it because it's too much of a jump. That's a whole different discussion about AI. It really is. And do I like this process?
We're going to get in way over our heads with AI. We're going to get in
I was one person that was not upset. This dates us for sure. How about this? If I say this song, do you know what it is? Blame it on the rain. Yeah. Milli Vanilli. Okay, when everybody was like,
I mean, that
they
was way
way
off
back.
tune, but I knew what you
Well,
were
I'm
saying.
whatever. You know what? Everybody was like, they lip sync, and because they did dupe the audiences. So if they won awards based on them being the artist, that was incorrect. However, you know what? I like the music. I was like, I don't care because I wasn't a big fan. I was just like, I like the songs.
Well, performer was singing that. They just didn't find him marketable, I guess.
Right. It was no different than when they took the boy bands and Seek and they said, "Hey, we have people that could sing a little bit, but we're going to give them choreography." And there's a whole cluster,
But there is a huge difference in all of this. Ultimately, there is a huge difference. Milli Vanilli was being performed by a human being.
right. But the same thing, people were upset. Might be upset that AI duped them, and maybe there needs to be some stuff that says this is AI. I don't know. Now you're moving into
If I were following a rock band and I thought they were real, well, then you are duped.
so like if they
And
told
that
you
would
that Rick Springfield has a comeback or it's his son, and you're like, "Ooh, it's Rick Springfield because that's who I like." He never had a son. It's his AI boy. And he's
was 12. Yes, I was going to marry him. Not realizing our age gap. You think, by the way, when you're at a concert, because you didn't experience concerts really.
no, I was not a
That was
concert
all
person.
me.
I was not. I'm still
You
not.
got braces on and frizzy hair. You got you look, like this gangly teenager, and you think he's gonna look out in the audience, spot you, and say, "That's her.
That's her.
That's her. That's the woman, child I want."
We could do
Right?
us. We can. Oh, that's bad.
Oh,
I
we
can't.
can do a segue. We can.
I know. You know where we went. You know where I went with that too, don't you?
I did.
The
Um,
Muslim
but of
community,
course,
age of
he's
consent.
not from Iran.
Yeah,
Uh,
yeah. Because you can. They're okay with you getting married as long as you're in some Muslim communities, as long as you're 9. That's the
9.
age of consent, I guess. So that's
9. Nothing like making pedophilia okay.
yeah, 9.
9 years old. Think about a 9-year-old little child, a little girl who's 9, still playing with Barbies,
We
and
can't go too
you
far down
have
that topic. It's just too disturbing.
you have a full-grown man husband. That's disgusting.
I agree.
That's disgusting, and it should be.
And I'm sure there's people gonna be like, "Well, we don't do that." Well, okay, because like in the U.S., it's not allowed.
Right.
But show me a country where that's the dominant affiliation. Is it allowed there? And maybe there's some it's not. Like
I would think some countries.
yeah,
This is specifically Iran.
yeah,
I wouldn't think Jordan is
right,
going
right.
to
We're not
allow
gonna say
this,
every
or
right.
that would.
But here's the thing. Okay, this is there. You want to talk ethical stuff? So if I knew that there was a country, and I know you and I were like a Heinz 57 white mix European whatever we are, different stuff, and I knew there was another country.
We're Cuban.
Yeah, but well, okay, but if I knew there was another country that had the same of a group of people that had the same basic religious tenets I did, and I heard they were doing it, I would be extremely upset. You know what I'm saying? So I guess what I'm saying, so Muslims everywhere should be upset if there's a Muslim country that's doing this, right? Is that your phone telling me that we're done with that topic? Ding. Which,
So you can't hear it. You
yeah,
told me you couldn't hear it.
well, I heard,
I don't know why it's dinging. It's off.
I heard that.
It really
Oh, I heard it
irritates
again.
me.
I'll be like, what's his name in the Seinfeld movie? I'd get your phone and just throw it out the window.
Now it's on the floor. I do think there are probably, especially Muslim women, who are upset with it, the ruling. I would imagine a lot of them are upset with it.
You think we'll be hearing them speak out?
If they're allowed to. I cannot fathom, as a woman, the
Do you
whole
think
Sharia law.
Omar Ilhan will be talking about this? Don't think so.
No, I don't think she
No, I
will.
don't think so.
I think, though, any woman, I can't fathom being okay with Sharia law because of the brutality that it commits against women
But they want it over here,
and children.
right here in the USA. If they can get it, they want it.
People are so delusional when it
Once
comes
again,
to
this
stuff
is
like
where it
that.
starts. This is where a group is going for. You must understand that. So you've got to understand the goal, you know?
That.
Yes. And that does provide the segue back into our Epstein conversation. Boom. Epstein.
The non-existent Epstein.
Which we have different thoughts about, because I have different thoughts. So let's see. We don't need to bring everybody up because everybody knows there was this big reveal that was coming. It's like a gender reveal. There's a big reveal. Oh, there's nothing. There's no reveal. But, okay, now you saw the gentleman on X.
I did. I saw a gentleman on X.
You say that, and then I'm going to go and say what Scott Adams said, who I like a lot.
He thinks, this guy that I saw on X, he thinks that Trump is, whether Bondi's aware of it or not, that he's going to let Bondi go. And during August, when Congress is out, according to the Constitution, I guess you can appoint somebody, because I don't actually know, by the way.
No. It's because Congress isn't in session, and you can't have the you can't have the DOJ with nobody at its head, so you can appoint some like interim. The interim director.
So he will interim Matt Gaetz, who then will be like, boom,
blow it up.
Patel will be happy, and Dan Bongino will be happy, and Bondi will be out. Bondi is questionable on multiple levels and should be out. Just throwing that out there. I really never knew much about her, but she's proving to be, yeah.
But here's the thing. Okay, so I'm going to come at the other direction. It isn't asserting one's right or the other, because
I don't know.
I don't know.
That's what this man said.
The other direction.
I was like, that's interesting, but I don't know.
Scott Adams, who I admire, because here's what Scott does that I admire. I'll be the first to say I jump in emotional camps pretty quick because I'm running with feelings, and he's pretty logical in his thoughts, so he doesn't tend to get worked up. He's a cynic, absolutely. So he said, listen, he said, we really don't know what's been said. He said, I'm going to give you the whole thing. He said, Dan Bongino said he took a week off. He goes, it was around the 4th of July. Lots of people take a week off around the 4th of July. He said, as far as Kash Patel, he goes, I can't really find anything that said Kash Patel's going to, if Dan Bongino quits. It's like, this is a machine. Did it actually ever happen? And he made the claim. He said, Pam Bondi, he goes, he does not think anybody was going rogue. He goes, so when Pam Bondi said that, he goes, you don't think Trump was in on that conversation?
Of course he was.
And knew it?
Of course
and
he was.
He said, so he's okay with it. He goes, when Trump made that statement, like, we're done with it, whether it's a plan to do something else or not, I do get tired of hearing 4D chess and stuff like that. It's like, whatever.
I do too.
Whatever. I don't play 4D chess. I saw it on Star Trek, and I never understood it. But so they're not going rogue. And so you have to go, is it what we think it is? Because what he said was, hey, maybe all these people did have these thoughts. He goes, he made the analogy, remember Geraldo going to Al Capone's safe? Okay. He says, what if it's like that? What if they went in there and they thought they had everything, and then they got in there and there really was nothing for them to get a hold of? It's already been cleaned and done. And they're like, that's that. He goes, it's just a possibility. He goes, we're assuming, he goes, we're ascribing all these things that we really don't know. We don't. Was there indications that it is more than that Epstein, I'm not going to say he was an intelligence agent, because that was pretty much verified. There was a senator that talked about, how Epstein was dealt with, that he was an intelligence asset. The search warrant for Epstein's house was very narrow. like from a search warrant standpoint, was very narrow, so they couldn't do things like they normally do. I'm just saying I've reeled it back in a little bit. And he also did make the comment. He goes, he believes Dan Bongino's the real deal. He goes, he's a patriot. He goes, I guarantee he took this job. He had one of those popular podcasts out there, and now he's taking this job where he's going to run into walls and deal with politics. He goes, I bet deep down inside, because Scott Adams said, I love podcasting. He goes, I bet Bongino has those days where he's like, oh man, I wish I had my old job back.
Sure.
This is a horrible process. So I'm personally going to reel back from my aspersions on the whole process and say, I guess I will wait and see a little. I mean, if you trust Trump, okay, now Trump has been done in by the deep state before, but if you trust Trump and you say, okay, we have to believe he knows what he's doing and has a little better grip on the process this time, then maybe we should reserve our opinions a little right now. I mean, because there's just not enough facts. There's a lot of spinning, but there's just not enough facts. I mean, Dan Bongino made those statements, but where's the follow-up statements? What else is being said? I haven't seen anything else come out like that the fight, maybe they don't like Pam Bondi, but maybe that's more of a personal deal. Like they don't like her style of administration. They're frustrated with her, but we don't know. What do you think?
No, I mean, I'm going to hold back too. I do have problems with what's going on right now. I definitely have a problem with it. I have a problem.
I do too, because we're normal.
No.
We're normal. We reacted in a very normal way where so much of the MAGA base is like, what the crud?
I just have a hard time thinking there was nothing. Just zero. It's all gone. There's nothing. I think I have a hard time with it because they made such a big deal about it. If they hadn't made a big deal about it, I myself would have been like, maybe this isn't going to happen.
Right. Oh, I agree.
But you handled it. It was handled so poorly.
Okay, but that's being handled poorly. So that may have been the mistake. Does that make sense?
Look, he trafficked.
We know this.
He was a vile, corrupt human being. Maybe they don't have all the records. I have no idea, right? I don't know. To say that I think it would have played out better if they wouldn't have closed it. Case closed, move along. It would have played out so much better if they would have said, we're still pursuing things, other avenues. We'll see. There's nothing right now. But why would you say case closed? It's not closed.
Yeah, no, that part is obviously that has to be incorrect. It can't be closed.
Yeah, there's more to it than that.
It's closed as far as the reveal. My
opinion then is, right, you could have said that. We don't have anything yet. We don't have enough to release. We don't have... but don't think that we're stupid. The video footage, the 11 hours, now that's been spliced together.
Yeah, there was what is the term? Skullduggery. There's definitely skullduggery afoot here. All the victims from Epstein, the number that have come forward and then died, it's like the Hillary Clinton, list. It's pretty frightening. I listened to a lady the other day, and she's a verifiable Epstein victim. Lives in South Africa. Did you see that?
I don't think so.
Maybe it's not South Africa. She lives in Africa, but Africa's big. I don't know which portion of Africa. It could be North Africa. I doubt it's the center of Africa. And she was saying how there was mechanisms in place to keep those survivors from talking to each other. She goes, it's very hard. And she said, this is what she said, and I should give her name or reference. And sorry, I didn't plan on saying this, but she said that she was invited by the FBI, her and her son, she's older now, to come back to the United States. They would fly her first cast, put her up in a hotel, and the FBI wanted to interview her. Now, this is under the Biden administration, I believe. And but they said they wouldn't do it over a video. They wanted her to come in person. And her husband, or she said father of the child, so I don't know if that's her husband or what, but said no. my child's not leaving. You're not taking him over there back to the United States. And she said that was a really good call. She said in hindsight, that was real, based on everything that's occurred, that was a good call of her not coming back to the U.S. She said she has more freedom. This is sad. She goes, I'm not as afraid because the intelligence community is not as active over here. She goes, I'm afraid to go to the U.S. because of the power they wield there.
That's super sad. That's incredibly sad. Alan Dershowitz, who was one of Epstein's lawyers, just not his defense lawyers, but one of his lawyers, he said he saw the list and that there is a list. And the idea that they're not releasing it because obviously Epstein did business with people and had interactions with people, and they're not deviant freaks.
No.
This is just
even
interacted.
Even deviants have to have normal interactions. I mean, at some point.
But I'm saying he had normal business dealings with people that didn't go any further, or he had lunch with somebody, or he had interactions.
Right, that's what I meant.
People.
That's what I meant. He had normal business.
Right. They're saying some of what they said is that Trump a few years ago said, well, it'd be hard to let that out because everyone would jump to conclusions that, well, this person is
anybody that touches him would just.
But I don't think that's true.
No, I don't either. I don't either. He moved in those circles. He moved in those circles.
And he had interactions with people that were merely just interactions, and it didn't go any further than that. But if you made 20 trips to his island, then I'm going to go, something's a problem. Like our eye doctor, probably.
Yeah.
The eye doctor that we went to and grew up with him doing our eyes, and turns out he was a close acquaintance of Epstein. He was probably involved with Epstein.
Claim to dubious fame.
I just remember seeing all these pictures of his travels, and a lot of them did involve an island. He had pictures all over his wall.
It wasn't he a best man, or Epstein was a best man at the wedding, or
he was his soulmate.
Yeah, he said his soulmate.
It said his soulmate.
That definitely puts you beyond an acquaintance.
And our eye doctor did not have children. He said out of choice, which at the time I was like, whatever, who cares? I don't care.
Yeah.
Now it all seems very sketchy to me. It all seems very suspicious to me. I don't know. But anyway, Alan Dershowitz would like the list released. So there's a list. There's a list, and it's out there. And for whatever reason, they're not releasing it. Candace Owens thinks all this hoopla is just a distraction, and they're going to say, we took care of it, blah, blah, move along, because that's the American people. We tend to move along, or there'll be, or there's false flags, there's this, and it just disappears, and you don't know what happened. I don't know. And then you have Tucker Carlson, who went on Turning Point USA with Charlie Kirk. He was giving a speech at like an event.
Yeah, I saw it.
And
I did see it.
He just full on, he laid it out like how he thought it is.
Yeah, he doesn't hold to just the right or the left narrative. I think he does a pretty good job. Yes, he says things that the left, or I don't even want to say the left, just the more the corrupt administrations don't like, but he doesn't go out of his way to make the right happy either. He just calls it like he sees it.
He calls it like he sees it. I will say this, and then I'm gonna move on.
Good, because we'll probably run out of information by then.
If Trump does not address this and get ahead of it, it's going to affect so much. And just wait till the midterms. I believe it will affect him. If he doesn't get ahead of this and do some sort of, hey, this is happening. Yes, this is what we're doing.
Because if the midterms is a big shift, then he won't be able to be as effective a president, because Congress will be all locked up, and the chance.
Ask Obama how that went. He got locked up his last term.
Yep. So
ask him how that went. Really great. Yeah.
but we're happy about that one. Yeah.
No, I meant currently, right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't want to see. I don't want to see this infighting. This we're awful. And again, Trump has had great wins. We said this last time. Trump has had some really great wins, and I am not a everything Trump does is great. I don't. I That's not me. I he just endorsed Lindsey Graham.
Yeah, how
Eh.
disappointing is that? That's when I know they have to. I
Lindsey
think they're
Graham is a
forced.
war hog,
I
a war
think
pig,
I think
not
well, they
war
just
hog.
in the
War
big
hog,
beautiful
war pig.
bill, there's a ton of more money to lend foreign aid to.
Ukraine!
We're gonna
Weapons to Ukraine! Let's just do more of the last 4 years. Yay!
Yeah, I'm gonna give Trump, here's the deal. He's at the what, 7-month mark? I mean, put it
Yeah.
this way, if you start a new job, the first month or so,
Well, he did have 4 years prior.
but there was a 4-year gap. So you come in,
Okay.
you're changing. I would say, especially with the Elon Musk and the Doge and the things like that, he did tremendous things. But, I'm going to say we'll wait to see what a year produces because he's at month 7. In the first month you're in, you're just figuring out who's what. And he did. I saw the other day, the State Department, they've let go 1,300 employees from the State Department. The State Department has like 80,000 employees. But the employees were leaving in the main building, the administration building, several rows deep. The people were clapping and applauding these people. And I want to go,
Yeah.
most of the comments were keep firing them. And I want to go, you got to understand, people, I don't want people to lose their job, but I want things to change. And when you watch that procession of people applauding them and whatever, you realize that's got to change. That's got more of them are going to have to be let go, and they can go. I'll be interested to find what job, because their job is going to be governmental, is what they're specialized in. I know this, but there's 80,000. They let go of 1,300. You'd think the world was ending. It was, it was a big topic on X, and some of the other people pointed out, Microsoft laid off 9,000 software engineers this last month. Were people crying and going, poor engineers, poor people?
No, of course not. No.
And in the United States,
That's just for show.
In the United States, fired or laid off 1.7 million people a month that get fired or laid off. A month in the United States.
A month?
A month.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. That's what I mean, you can check the facts. I looked into it. That looks about right. I mean, there's always new jobs coming on, but yeah, take a look at it, check it. But so I want to go, and I saw people that said, hey, like the majority of people's friends in the last 2 years have been laid off or let go and not been rehired. You may be.
I can't relate to that at all.
I was about to say, do you have any? Can you relate to that, Sean, at all? So these people, and they're let go for the same reason we're defunding all these NGOs and things, is because these people were just sycophants for the political organization that used to be in power. And
sycophants, isn't it?
Is it sycophants? Maybe I'm emphasizing psycho. Oh, I don't like to be corrected on a word because
I could have swore it's sycophant.
It might be sycophant.
It's not sycophant.
Dang it. But
yay! Oh, I love correcting you with words because you're pretty good with words.
I'm going to be waiting for the next several shows for you to say anything wrong, or another late night one. I can't remember. Was it our late night one where like we do?
Well, the one we just had, I was tired.
I know.
And I said I said so about 50 times in a 22-minute period.
So
because I'm really inept over here. So that's all I said. I said it constantly. It was embarrassing.
That's funny. Okay.
Moving on to let's touch on some celebrities.
Celebrities. Oh, and I do want to touch on
Celeb.
the movie
Yeah.
I went to see last night with my son, but we can talk
Go
about it.
ahead. Let
So
us
we went
know.
to this
Roll.
place called Cosm, I think it's called COSM. It's in Dallas. It's in the Colony. So it's a movie theater, has 3 tiers, has a giant sort of arcing screen, and you sit down there. They have food and everything, and so it creates a suspended frame on the screen. We saw the Matrix, the original Matrix, a suspended frame on the screen, and so you're watching the movie. But then on the sides, above and below the screen, it generates basically the additional environment outside of what you're seeing. So if you're driving down the streets, like in the car scene, or out of your side, you have street lights going over you. Or in the buildings, like there is a scene where he was crawling on a building, they created a building scape for other buildings that don't exist in the movie. It was really pretty cool. It was pretty. And the shooting scenes. You remember when Keanu Reeves and Carrie Ann Moss, I think is her name, they're being shot at and they're doing somersaults. Well, out to your side, you have additional pillars being shot, pieces coming off of them in the side, outside the screen, like that never existed. It was very cool. I was like, it's too bad it's $35 a ticket.
Is it immersive? So did it feel immersive? Like you were
No, it wasn't
in
like
it?
you were there. It wasn't like you were there, but it added, I didn't know if it added that much to I wondered what they were going to do. It did add a lot to the movie. And then in scenes where Keanu Reeves is something's going on, they would run little Matrix code down the sides. We'll have to go. We'll have to go. I don't know. Matrix was a good movie for this. I mean, Seth and I were thinking what other movies you could do this to. And they're going to do sports events and something like this. There's one of these in Los Angeles as well. Anyway.
And did you order food?
We did order food. They had a good menu. I had a wedge salad because I love wedge salads. And yes, the only problem they had a technical problem, and the fact that evidently they want to be sophisticated, and so they don't number any of their seats. Like we had a table for 2, and there was like 20 tables for 2 down at the lower level, which is where we wanted to be. And then there's booths that seat larger parties. Well, because people can't see, there's no numbering unless they remember when they bought their tickets what little dot they were. Like if your seat was A12, well, there's nothing that says A12. So people sat in our seats. People were in the wrong seats. We ended up getting upgraded to like a booth, which was really nice. We could lean back. But I told them, I said, y'all might want to just put numbers on the tables or something. And the lady just sort of rolled her eyes because she was in agreement with it. She goes, yeah. And I was like, yeah, there's a major flaw in your seating thing. So, but anyway, So
you ate a wedge salad? Like you're cutting it with a knife?
No, it was a chopped wedge salad. They chopped it, but it was they did make a couple cuts for me. You're right. It'd been a little much. It'd been a little much to do it, yes. So anyway, Matrix was good. It was good seeing it again. And they were talking in the Matrix. They were talking in the Matrix, which I believe the Matrix was done in, I don't know when the Matrix came out. 2000.
Was that early 2000s?
No, 2000. I think it was like 2009. Was it earlier than that?
I actually don't know. It had to be the
I have a reason
early 2000s.
When did the Matrix come out?
In the United States of America.
I missed it big time. 1999. Yeah. 1999. So it was way ahead of its time. 1999. Well, in that movie, they were talking about the Matrix. I mean, it ties into what we're talking about. They're like, you're living in the Matrix. It's a simulated reality. And they talked.
We are living in the Matrix.
I told Seth, I said, we may not even be here. We may not even be here right now. We just think we're somewhere. And they were talking about AI. And I thought, oh my gosh, in 99, they were talking about AI. And I guarantee at that time, they didn't really foresee when they made that movie, like, ooh, this is going to be really relevant.
That's the
25 years
Wachowski
later.
brothers, right? Isn't that the Wachowski brothers?
Yeah, I think it's a misnomer to call them the Wachowski brothers now, since one of them didn't want to be a brother anymore, evidently, or both.
One.
Is it both?
Both. Yeah.
They both wanted to be.
But that's who made it was the Wachowski brothers who made it, and now they're like Lana and whoever. I don't know. They're really unattractive.
I don't think they're relevant anymore. Like,
I have no idea.
Yeah, I don't know.
Maybe they don't care because they made a lot of money.
Yeah. So anyway, see The Matrix again if you haven't seen it in a while.
I was reading, moving on in Hollywood here. There's a singer named Sam Smith. I really don't know who he is. He's this kind of chubby white dude. I don't know what he sings. Like, I have no idea. I don't know. I know he started out kind of like clean cut looking. And now, he wears skirts and tight bodysuits and, he's just derailed, right?
Okay.
Because that's what Hollywood does to you, or the music industry. But he's in a relationship with himself. So he's self-partnered. And does that mean you have a lot of inner dialogue?
It means you're an earthworm. You have both genders in yourself. You're an earthworm.
What does that mean?
Relationship.
I just want to know what it means.
Myself.
I don't know what it means. What does it mean to? Are you seeing anyone? Yes, myself. Does that what outside of a physical realm? What does that mean?
I think that might be a good thing if more people were just in relationships with themselves.
Are you learning about yourself?
Don't afflict the rest of us. Just be in a relationship with yourself.
I just want to know, what does that look like? And he refers to himself as a they. I don't know.
I just want to say stuff. I can't help it.
I don't know what's happening with mental illness today. I don't understand why it's not called out.
So what does getting lucky look like?
I'll tell you what it looks like. I mean, I guess there's not a lot of whining and dining or anything. You don't have to really worry about it.
That's right.
I love myself. Yeah.
Oh wait. Seinfeld reference. George, the hand model.
Oh yeah, the one that his hand was a claw. Because he loved himself too much.
So many good Seinfeld references.
Sam Smith is not the master of his domain.
No, he's not the master of his domain. That's right. Watch Seinfeld. You will appreciate us more if you watch Seinfeld.
Oh my God.
You will.
So, I just said, I'm really trying to watch the word so.
Maybe it would help you if you said, if you said you...
What if I electrocute myself every time?
No, you switch to like the, what was it? The Sound of Music. You required, every time you say so, I'm going to be, so, a needle pulling thread.
A thread. Doe, a deer, a female deer.
I hope that goes through your head every time you say it now.
Michelle Pfeiffer is freaking out, rightfully so, because Bill Gates was able to get a peel approved for USDA certified organic.
Right. That's right. So
all I can say about that,
the little thing on the package is going to mean less and less as people figure a way to get around, or they use enough money to get their way with things.
Shop local, farmers markets, buy from. I shop at a grocery store that does not carry a lot of major brands.
Bill Gates should have to put stuff on. You know how like there's a non-GMO and organic. The foods that Bill Gates is involved in should have a little Bill Gates picture of him and his glasses on it. This food Bill Gates has gotten hold of. It came from one of his 275,000 acres of farmland he owns. It's been doctored to the nth degree. You may be a metahuman after you eat this. Who knows?
And my opinion, Bill Gates is probably a megalomaniac and probably has sociopathic tendencies.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I don't think he did at the beginning, but I think that absolute power and it just it's hard for rich people to be normal.
How is it that he gets an input?
I want to try though. Make me rich. I'm going to try to be normal. How does he what? I'm
How,
sorry.
how is it that he gets input into vaccines
I
and
know.
medical?
I know.
How is it he has zero? You know what? During COVID, I would say stuff along the lines of, you might want to pump the brakes. Don't get that vaccine. Just pump the brakes. Just wait. It's not what you think. And people would, you're not a doctor. Neither is Bill Gates.
Yeah.
Told constantly that I wasn't a doctor. I'm aware I'm not a doctor. But neither is Bill Gates, who's making laws, essentially. I never understood
And
that.
we were early because if we'd really thought about it, we should have identified as doctors. But I identify as a doctor.
Dr. Shonda.
Dr. Shonda.
I like that. Dr. Shonda. I am a doctor in my own mind.
Has a nice ring to it. It's like Frasier. He had that woman on there and she was like, I'm Dr. Whatever. You could just be that person. Dr.
Feel
Shonda.
as though I have at times better advice than doctors. Just throwing that out there.
I don't disagree with you. I don't disagree with you.
And then on other celebrity news, I want to address what's going on with celebrities' faces.
Oh,
especially women,
disfigurement.
But even some of the men. What's that guy's name? He's like a judge. He started those shows.
Not Judge Wapner.
Dark-headed guy. No, Adam, not Judge Wapner. The guy, the America's Got Talent or singer or American Idol.
He's a judge?
British guy.
Oh, you're talking about Simon Cowell. Okay.
Simon Cowell.
I thought you meant a legal judge. That's why I didn't know what you were talking about.
He was a nice looking guy. Like, I could look at him and go, he's a nice looking guy.
Yeah, he was.
What happened to his face? It's freakish now. It's weird.
Well, at some point, did it go from
his face?
Did it go from a quest or a process where they wanted to continue to look young and whatever? My question is, that may be where it started, but now is it something it's obviously done younger, especially for women? Men's face sort of weather time a little better, I would say, than women's because the standards are different.
Well, the standards are different. It's perceived. It's perceived.
Right.
Yeah.
We could have crags,
real.
but then we have character. Women, it's beauty. The whole cosmetic industry is designed.
What's wrong with a few lines? I was looking at Ethan Hawke the other day, who was talking. He's kind of on a journey, Ethan Hawke. I thought it was interesting.
He's always been one of those deep actors along the way.
I mean, who was it? I don't know. He was talking a lot about God, and I have no idea his beliefs and stuff like that, but at least he ponders some things. That guy has some lines on his face, and it's normal.
Right.
It just looks normal to me. Ignoring like Jeff Bezos' Barbie doll there, whose face has gone from really pretty to.
But then I wonder if the industry accepts it. I wonder if they encourage it, and that becomes a standard too. Like, in other words, but that's beauty too. That's a different type of beauty. That's the beauty of cosmetic surgery and injections to the point it disfigures you a little bit. But that's okay. Even though little children would be like, ooh.
Twilight Zone episode.
Yes.
Remember the pig people and the really pretty woman? She was disfigured.
And you didn't realize
that. That's where we're headed.
You didn't realize
That's where we're headed. Okay. The Sex in the City. And I'd watch it, and all the women on that are attractive women. Now, I know Sarah Jessica Parker is not traditionally beautiful, what I would call like a beautiful, but she had a look. She always had a look with her hair and everything. And I always thought she was cute.
Yeah, like Jennifer Grey before she did surgery. That was the end of that. Okay.
and she became like everybody
Everybody
else, like
else. And
her.
she's not unique anymore.
Nothing. No, because she was so cute in Dirty Dancing.
Yes.
And then she just became very, I don't know, average looking. But anyway, they have a show now, and it's called And Just Like That. I think that's what it's called, And Just Like That.
It's not called Sexual Deviance in the City. It's
no,
it's
no,
okay.
it's not.
The next phase.
All of their faces freak me out. I don't know what's happening. I don't know what's going on, but something wrong is happening with their faces. Sarah Jessica Parker, in my opinion, looks terrifying. She scares me a little bit. Not as bad as Nicole Kidman scares me, but their faces are becoming something else. I can't place it, but something's wrong with their faces.
Right. It's not
weird.
Pretty. It's not attractive.
It's not pretty. It's not attractive. It doesn't move. Their faces don't move right, and their features become exaggerated.
The mouth is one
or
thing,
something.
and it looks iffy when their lips suddenly blow up.
Especially if it extends their mouth like the Joker.
Yeah.
When it extends their mouth, Joker like Bezos' new wife, her mouth is extended Jokerish like.
Yeah.
I'm telling
there's
you,
Kathy
something
Griffith,
is.
but I don't know what she did, if that was just natural, because she looks like the wife of the clown in It. She could just be that. She really could.
She's so scary looking. Is this bitterness? Is this bitterness combined with plastic surgery? What is happening to people? I don't know what's happening in Hollywood. What about that young girl? Wicked, like she was a pop singer, something Wicked, Ariana Grande.
Ariana Grande.
What happened to her?
I don't really look at these people, so.
And that other woman, Cynthia Erivo. What is going on with their faces and their?
Cynthia?
She was in that movie with Ariana Grande.
She the black woman with the green makeup?
Yes, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, that was. I remember their interview together.
Right.
That was just.
They look like. Oh, I don't know what's going on there. They're just like.
If you want to,
it was so bizarre. Like it didn't even make sense. By the way, they don't make sense. They're just like it's as though they were speaking words, and they didn't really know what the words meant, and they were just tying them together. I mean, I'm in a space.
Maybe they were ahead of their time, and they were in a relationship with themselves. And that's why we didn't understand what they were saying to each other. Because
both of them before that movie. Okay, I didn't see the movie, but I've seen them prior. They look rather normal, and now they don't.
Yeah.
They don't look normal. They don't look okay. I don't know what's happening. No one is as bad as Nicole Kidman.
Who scares my son? My son has a.
She scares me to the point of, I'm telling you now, if she hid in my closet and peeked out, it'd be over for me.
She is a little scary. And
Shonda.
Come and eat a bug with me.
When she sat there
I'm a praying
and
mantis.
ate those bugs. I know she is. I think she is. And have you ever seen her spouse, Keith Irving, with
Keith?
Oh my gosh. They're terrifying. She just scares me. I'm just saying she scares
me.
There
are people that if you watch them, it's disturbing a little bit. It is, just because it's like a caricature, but it's not a pleasant caricature. No, it's not one of those that drew you with a big head and you're sort of funny. It's like a terrifying, slightly reptilian character of them.
Yeah, there's something really off about their faces and stuff. I don't know what's happening. You know who? I went down a rabbit hole the other day of Salma Hayek and her husband. Man,
who's her husband?
There's some bad.
Who's her husband?
He's a multi. I forgot his name.
I used to know all these. There's so many actors, actresses.
Like he's not an actor.
Right.
He owns like major brands.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know.
They own really So Balenciaga, remember the whole Balenciaga scandal?
Yes.
He owns that. Like
Okay.
he owns all these different brands. He owns a lot of stuff. I can't remember what the parent. I think they're probably involved in some really disturbing stuff.
Probably
And
so.
I used to think she was so stunning.
Yeah.
Like, remember
Yeah.
her and
I was in a
Antonio
relationship with her.
Banderas
She didn't know it, but I
in your
was. I was in
mind?
a relationship with her.
Hey, wait. What is that movie?
Desperado.
Desperado.
Oh yeah, I remember.
No, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my God, they were like the most stunning on
And
screen.
she
Like they were
stayed
both like.
stunning. She's just a very attractive woman.
She's still pretty.
Yeah, she played in
She's a pretty woman.
like My Bodyguard, Hitman's Bodyguard, or My Bodyguard, or something. She played the wife of Samuel Jackson. I don't know if you've ever seen it. It's sort of the first one was a pretty funny movie. Obviously, it's crass because it's crass, but it's fun.
I didn't.
You've never seen
it? See it? Oh, nope.
You would like it. Don't watch the second one. Watch the first one. It's pretty good.
Did you see? What's his? Who's the French president there?
Macron.
Yeah, Brigitte Macron there. The two people she took to court for defamation, I think.
Right.
Yeah, she lost. They won. She lost.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. What does that mean? Does that mean she has a penis?
It means she's a shim. Could that be a term? Shim. Shim.
What does that mean? What does that mean? Do you see those bathing suit pictures of Brigitte?
No, it sounds sounds
bad. And that Brigitte's doctor oddly died. He killed himself.
Don't be a doctor to some of these people involved in stuff. He
unalived himself out a window.
You don't want to be a doctor to the scary folk.
No. Secrets. Don't have secrets. You better tell people when you have secrets. Secrets don't keep you alive.
It's Nicole Kidman calling her doctor. I have an appointment. Can I come see you? The doctor's like, no, I'm out of practice. I'm done.
Wait,
don't come and visit me.
Like in Grosse Point Blank?
Yes.
No, stop calling me. I'm not your doctor. That's one of the biggest celebrities that I think I was the most disappointed in. Is John
we were
Cusack.
all disappointed.
I thought he was. I just knew he'd be like this cool guy, witty, funny, and he's like a curmudgeon.
Oh yeah.
Not witty. He's not funny.
He and Rosie O'Donnell should get together.
I imagine he's.
Wait.
Rosie O'Donnell.
Wait, who's the one that went to Ireland?
That's Rosie O'Donnell.
I know. He should get with her. She's a curmudgeon, crazy thing. He is too, though. I know he's a curmudgeon, but he's so hateful and so deranged about stuff.
Now, I'm not saying he's not intelligent. He may be. I just thought he'd be witty. I think I just said on my own computer. I thought he'd be a witty guy.
I mean, I watched all his stuff. And I like
Grosse Point Blank, one of the best movies ever. High Fidelity, Say Anything.
A Sure Thing, Better Off Dead. I mean, he just has so many good movies.
So many. But maybe you can't be in Hollywood that long and be okay.
And he did some action movies that were mediocre, but some suspense movies too.
But he always came off quirky and witty.
We liked him. It's one of those people we do get disappointed when we realize, oh, they're Hollywood. In other words, what we see on the screen. What's it called when you subscribe emotions to animals? Anthropomorphism. Well, that's sort of what we do with Hollywood actors and actresses. We think they're like this in real life.
Most of them I realize are really like not good people, but there's a few of them that I would imagine. I always thought Keanu Reeves is probably a nice guy. That has not been disproven. I still think Keanu Reeves is probably a decent human being. Maybe. Maybe.
I mean, I sort of agree with you, but just maybe.
He comes across as though he's a decent human being.
He doesn't. I don't know that he runs with the right crowd, so maybe that's a good thing. He's not in the limelight very much.
Anyone in the limelight,
but yet
don't hold out hope for.
And he needs
anyone.
He probably needs to stop making John Wick movies pretty soon.
And dude, you know what? I can't even look at Tom Hanks anymore. I can't watch anything of his. I can't look at him.
I'm different.
No.
I'm different. I can watch his old stuff and still appreciate it.
Nope, I can't look at him
I can.
anymore. And I loved him in Bosom Buddies. Oh my gosh, that was when I discovered Tom Hanks, and I just thought he was amazing. And then, well,
Yeah.
no. Mm-mm. What are you looking at right now? I can tell you're looking at something.
No, I wasn't. I was sort of like staring into space. I had some comments about Bosom Buddies, and then I decided not to make them.
You didn't like Bosom?
No, I love Bosom Buddies. I love Bosom Buddies. But didn't I tell you once, this is going to make me sound questionably stupid. You know, I never really thought about, this is a relatively recent thought too. I never really thought about Bosom Buddies, that there was a double entendre there. It never occurred to me.
Bosom.
But bosom means friends. In your heart, you're friends.
Yeah,
I didn't think there was a double entendre.
Bosom.
Yeah, I was like,
bosom,
one day
buddy.
that occurred to me. I'm like, wow. And then, of course, I thought Tom Hanks being in it, I thought they were ahead of their times, because nowadays that would be, they wouldn't transform back to men. They wouldn't have to live a double life. They would visit surgeons and be really bosom buddies. So when my mind goes blank, I'm having all sorts of thoughts that maybe should stay in my head. I don't know. Yeah, but I did like Bosom Buddies, and I like Big, and I like Forrest Gump, and the spy movie he did was an incredible movie. I mean, our mother watched that and liked it. That right there is high. Based on a real life story about USSR swapping Gary Powers.
I watched it not that long ago with
right.
you.
That was a very good movie. Tom Hanks.
That was a good movie.
Some great acting chops, and so I can watch his old stuff. I don't watch anything new. Like there was a point where I just stopped watching Tom Hanks movies.
I think Tom Hanks is a bad dude.
I can't watch Saving Private Ryan, but not because of Tom Hanks. I can't handle it because it's so intense.
It's very
too intense for me now. Certain movies are too intense. I can't.
It's like Schindler's List. You watch it once.
You're like, that was a great movie. I was talking to somebody the other day, and we got in a discussion. I don't know who this was. Oh, I know who it was. It was a sales rep. And they sat down with me, and they're like, wow, you're fun to talk to. The lady actually said, I may just stop by and talk to you just to stop by. It's like, okay.
Because we like to talk.
We like to talk. So she really liked talking to me, and so did he, her boss. And so we ended up, for some reason, talking about Nicolas Cage. And I said, do you know how many movies that guy's been in? And we talked about, I looked it up. It's like 112 movies. Nicolas Cage, because there was that movie. We only have a few minutes to talk because my battery's going to die. He made that movie where he makes fun of himself, but it's so true. Nicolas Cage just stars in anything. He'll star an Academy Award-winning performance. And then he'll star just schlock because it goes straight to video, no questions asked. Like, Nicholas, Mr. Cage, will you do this movie? We'd like you in it. Oh, we're going to pay you $150. Sure, I'll do it. I'm broke this month. And so we talked about it, and at some point we brought up leaving Las Vegas. I couldn't.
I saw that with you and whoever else.
What?
And I felt like it was like it's like you went in happy to go see a movie because it's a break from your reality.
And it's highly reviewed.
I felt like crawling out of the theater because it was so depressing.
Oh my gosh.
That's like the days of Wine and Roses.
I can't handle movies like that.
It was depressing on another level. There was nothing redeeming about it.
I have trouble with some dramas today. I do. If they're bleak. I don't want to watch. I mean, there was that bleak movie.
I don't either.
There was the bleak movie I liked that I still like.
That made me, that made me angry that I had to sit there and watch that.
What, the movie I told you about?
That was one of the most, that was so hideous.
It's called,
that movie, it had almost no dialogue.
It was a great movie.
And it's just full on despair.
Okay, I like that movie.
Ice and death.
I think it's called The Arctic or.
I don't know. I don't know. It was a horrible movie. It was one of the worst movies I've seen.
I disagree. I just told somebody I know. We might even send a video. I won't name him, but we might send him a video clip of this. I told him about The Accountant, and he went to see The Accountant. And
did he like it?
Oh yeah, he thought it was. I mean, he was like, "Oh, like the movie." It was good. Accountant's a great movie. Accountant. Even if you don't like Ben Affleck, go see The Accountant. Well, we got to wrap up. my little thing came on my screen. We're at an hour and 11 minutes. And I'm sure it's all gold. It's gold. It's all
Gold, Jerry,
gold.
gold. All right, Adam. Have a great day. I will talk to you
All right,
later.
Shonda.
Peace out.
Take care. Bye.
Bye.